Hello and welcome to this new video. I'm going to show you two little paintings I did this week using a different technique. So this one is using Payne's gray, which is a color I really like. It's obviously a gray, but it has some blue undertones, smoky, quite like it. So as you can see, I'm using a palette knife here to apply the paint straight from the tube. And then I'm going to be using maple sap with one of my new brushes to liven up or reactivate the paint. It's a very interesting process to watch because the paint really explodes on the contact of the water, and then more or less controlling the flow. You see that I only did the top. I only wet the top part for now because I do want to sort of keep a minimal amount of control on the paint and where it flows. And if I had water at the bottom too, they'd be competing for my attention. So I'm doing the top part first, adding a little bit more water. You can see me sponging off the water on the edges because I want to avoid backruns or cauliflowers, blooms. There's different names for them, but it's a phenomenon that haunts watercolor artists. So just teasing the colors out into the direction that I want them to. And I'm using the hairdryer there to accelerate the process a little bit. You do see the little blue tinge there. And now I'm working on the bottom. As you can see, I made a mistake there. I dropped two great big drops of water into the top part, and not too proud of myself there, but things happen. And here I'm working on the bottom again, trying to get the paint in the direction that I want it to go, adding a bit more water. Here I'm using the palette knife to draw a few lines across the bottom part. I finally decided that I didn't like those cauliflowers, so I decided to work the top a little bit more, even though it was partially dry. It's possible, but I didn't really want this to be a landscape, but it turns sort of turning into mountains and fields and such. And there we go. So that's the first one dried. The second one I did using Sepia, which is a brown color that you might be familiar with from old photographs, really old photographs. So same technique here, just adding a bit of water to the top part and moving it into the paint so that it explodes, and having fun basically, and watching it flow, picking up the extra water so that it doesn't back run, and deciding which direction I want it to go into. Quite liking this. A bit of hairdryer to, and you guessed it, starting the bottom part, I did it again, dropped a nice big drop of water into the top. But this time I think I'm going to let it go. And also this time the bottom part really pretty much painted itself. I was happy with it as it is. So thank you for being there, and don't forget to visit my website.